What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? We just made our 2.5 hour drive up here to the good old Lake Gaston. You can see we're at a ride shop. Brought my brake, a little bit of sheet metal, and a few other things to get some body work done. A little bit different stuff going on today on the channel. We got us a street stock we're working on. Let me flip this camera around. So as y'all can see, we got a street stock we're putting a body on for a fella up in Virginia. He races at VMS. This thing, hopefully it turns out as good as we have planned in our heads. I think we're gonna surprise a lot of y'all. Modified guys can do a little bit of fender stuff too. We're actually using the MD3 nose and the fenders on it. So we ain't pros at building fenders. You know, we like to leave them open wheels open up front, but we're gonna see what we can't do on a street stock. We appreciate this opportunity to make this happen for the fella and just expand our business out there a little bit farther. But anyhow, I'm gonna get stuff unloaded so we can actually work with it, and then we got a few things to set up, all that kind of stuff, and then we'll get into it. Running these plastic fenders and all to get it to look right and not have the nose 18 feet in the air, we're having to move the radiator down. I'm gonna take the fan off real quick, get the shot out of the way. Shouldn't be too bad. I don't think we'll have to really go get anything. Just reuse the metal that's already here. All right, we're at a little dilemma here. We got the nose low enough now. This thing had a Monte Carlo body on it, and it was built straight. And this fool's over here videoing this. But anyhow, so we got an issue here. The fan is going to be pretty close.
I've been missing my weed eater gas for like 6 months.
Can't YouTube around here with these guys. But now we're worried about the radiator being too low with the fan. But if he runs a smaller fan and then run a shroud, he should be fine. But that's a little bit out of our pay grade. That's on him. So we're going to let him make that call before we go any further on it. Ryan's got half the roof cut out. And then what'd you do to the other half?
Made a miniature version of it.
He just
scale it down.
He got a head start on the filler panels all.
Thanks.
We're trying to get stuff done, but every time we make progress, we got to take 5 steps back. Caleb's fixing up the T-bar for the rear. Old T-Perk showed up. Front T-bar looks pretty good. We bent it down to match the contour of the nose. Plenty of stuff on the grill over here. Look at that. Got the bacon, burgers. That's all he's good for is cooking.
That's a fact.
Making mini mod light roofs and everything out here. After we went and fixed everything on this thing, we have something to work with now. And we got the nose pretty much mocked up, ready to go on. It's actually mounted. Y'all can see this. Mounted up, looks pretty good. Got the radiator remounted. We had to lower it about 4 inches. Lower the front T-bar 4 inches. It turned out pretty good. We had to redesign the T-bar to go with this plastic fender stuff. We're having to make the deck because we're not doing the deck on it. Where we at? Oh, here we go. We're having to make these filler panels to fix where they kind of had some messed up stuff going on with it. We had to redo the middle T-bar, one of the middle T-bars in the rear the front trunk T-bar, if you will. Had to redo the rear T-bar. That's what we need the other bolts for, is for the rear T-bar.
Yeah.
And we actually made it where it's kind of adjustable, which doesn't really matter in one of these things, but it's kind of nice to make it where you can actually work with it. I'm going to have to do something different for the bumper in the rear, bumper in the front. Front bumper is just completely wrong. It was for Monte Carlo. We're not really in the business of building street stock bumpers. However, if we get paid to do it, we'll do it. This thing has definitely been, yeah, it's been a headache. But when we get done with it, I think we'll be able to step back and say, dang, we made chicken salad out of chicken shit. And we'll be able to be happy with it, which is all that matters.
So far.
It
looks good with what we've done.
I think it looks good. Got to finish up the roof,
We're not having any
sail
experience
panels,
working on stuff like this.
and then A-pillars, roof cap. Should be ready to go. But I can't wait to get back working on modifieds. I will say that much. And I think that might be a next weekend video type deal thing, where we start doing the decking on both of the modifieds. And I think we might have a couple more modifieds that we have bodies to do on. We'll see. We like to do all our guys that we do the setups and the guys that have our chassis and that kind of stuff. That's definitely the guys we really want to be working on and getting our name out there on their cars, just for the fact that we already help them. And you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours type deal. But Caleb and I about to go in, get some shut-eye. I didn't plan on staying the night, but it looks like I'm going to have to. We didn't expect to have to do all this fab work on this car, but we've definitely made it about 20,000 times better looking car already with what little razzle-dazzle we threw at it. So we're going to try to make this thing look as much as like a car tomorrow as we can. Get it to where all we have to do is put the plastics on it. And that way we can get it all in this one video. But y'all stick with us. We'll be back in the morning. And while y'all are taking a break with us, go to the link in the description. Order yourself a t-shirt. And try and... I really don't make too much money off those, but every little bit helps. If anybody's looking to sponsor a car, mine has a couple spots left, and I got a motor to put back together and some few little updates like y'all saw in the last video. So if anybody's interested in helping out on the car next year, we're trying to put a schedule together, but we're going to be racing more like a regional scene or stage, if you will. Anyhow, if y'all know anybody that loves racing and wants to help out, somebody with a car, let me know. I definitely would appreciate it. And we'll get back to this street stock body in the morning. All right, we got the deck squared up. It's not really the best looking, but we aren't getting paid to do the deck, so you got to keep in mind that we're trying to get paid on this deal and not waste our time. But we had to replace this. This was actually steel, and it was all spot welded in. It was a pain in the ass to get out. But we ended up getting it out, replaced it with aluminum. Then we had to make these to actually square the deck up to the nose. Now we're going to deck in the rear, which was already going to have to be done either way. And they're over there measuring them out. We're about to bend those up. And then once we get this done, Caleb and I are gonna knock the sides out while old buddy has got some wedding stuff to do, as y'all will see in the beginning of this video. So say congratulations again to Ryan and Kayla for getting engaged while they were down on vacation in Florida.
Oh, we got engaged. God.
That's not Kayla. All right, so we got to the point where we're starting to work on the doors and the quarters. Quarters are pretty much the same as the modified. We got it kind of mocked up right there. The door, however, is like, it's over 8 foot long, and it's kind of a pain. My brake's only 6 foot, which is perfect for a modified. The street stocks, because the way the fenders are gonna be, you gotta come all the way up here for the fender, and then you have to go way back there for the quarter. So with that, we had to use the hem pro to get the hem, which it turned out all right. We're gonna keep on trucking on it, I reckon, and we'll have a side on here before too long. Door and quarter of the passenger side all done. We just gotta trim out the wheel well. We've changed what we're gonna do back there just a little bit. We're gonna try to MD3 wheel wells, and then we got the front. It'll match the fender. We hem pro'd it out and then stretched it. Half a side left. Well, it's like 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I gotta go home because I gotta be up at 4 in the morning so I can go jump out of an airplane. Fun times. Getting really tired of it, but my time to get out of the Army will come. But this is what we got done. We got the nose and the fenders mounted, got the radiator relocated, all the T-bars fixed, doors, quarters cut out. We haven't trimmed the wheel wells on either side yet. We did the decking in the rear, got it all fixed up. Hood, or the roof, the roof is half done. We got to add an extension on the rear like we do the modifieds, sail panel, spoiler, and then the hood. The hood's going to be tricky, and if anybody has used these fenders before, drop down in the comments, because we're not going to work on the hood until next Friday. Drop in the comments, and y'all tell us what y'all think, how the easiest way, because I want to use the Hem Pro and make this radius and make it look real good. But if y'all have ever tried to do that task, drop in the comments and tell us how you get the shape. And then obviously we got to do the roof caps and sail panels or A-pillars. But I think we had a pretty decent work. You know, to get this thing
You can't
where
really
it's at.
see everything we've done.
Yeah, so it looks like
work that's not seen.
it looks like a lot of stuff didn't get done, but we probably had 12 hours in fab work on this thing, and that's not we weren't expecting to have to redo every T-bar and half the daggum deck. So it sucks, but it's part of it, and we'll make the best of what we had to work with. And I just want to put a disclaimer, or what's it called?
Disclaimer.
A disclaimer. Put a disclaimer out there. We did not do the deck on this car. We just worked with what the man had. So the decks, it wasn't square at all. We had to square it up like we showed in the video and all that kind of stuff. So we pretty much, we didn't want to have to charge them an extra $1,500 just to make it work. And the deck's so high on the car just because it's built for a Monte Carlo, stock body Monte Carlo. The deck is absolutely as low as it can go. There's gussets in the cage. It's a really nice car, but it's just, I believe this car was probably built for asphalt, and it's how an asphalt car is built. It's a lot different than how they're building them nowadays. But we did the best with what we had to work with. I think it's going to turn out pretty decent. Mm-hmm. And we'll, I don't know if we'll be interested in doing any more street stocks anytime soon.
Probably not.
This thing's kicked our tails, but we like to help everybody out. So this was an awesome opportunity, and appreciate the guy letting us do it and make a little money. That way we can get our cars done.
Yeah.
And we'll be doing some modified stuff hopefully next weekend, and that's gonna be back in our wheelhouse. We'll be able to knock 2 bodies out in a weekend, and which our bodies are pretty much cookie cutter, I guess you could say.
Good.
The only thing that's going to be tough is the deck, but decks ain't too bad.
I'm figuring out new sail panels.
Yeah, sail panels. Well, we already got the idea for the sail panels. I ain't gonna release it here, but hey, some of them sail panels I've been seeing, they look like daggone. I'll drop the picture down. They look weird. I don't know.
Spider legs.
They look like some clip art spider legs. But anyhow, Kayla's gonna head back up to Virginia, so he can go to school tomorrow. I'm gonna head home. I gotta be up early. I ain't seen the wife all weekend. So we're going to get off here. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Appreciate y'all watching this video. And we'll see y'all later.